is huge. The UFC is coming back to SoCal. It's going to be hitting the Honda Center right there in Anaheim on Saturday, February 23rd. History is going to be made that night, ladies and gentlemen, because for the first time ever, the ladies are getting into the octagon. Ronda Rousey is going to defend her championship against our very own Liz Carmouche. How's it going, Liz?
It's going great.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Wow.
When I heard about this, I'm a huge UFC guy, and when I heard about this, knowing what Dana White had said in the past, that women are never going to fight, I was like, wow, did we make a quick turnaround on that? And you are the chosen one. You're the one that gets to fight for the belt. How cool is that?
It's really, really cool. This is something that I've dreamt about for a long time. But you dream about going to the moon and being an astronaut, but you never really think it's going to happen.
Right.
So for this to happen, I'm blown away.
Well, I mean, it's on two levels. It's not only you're a UFC fighter now, which has never been done before, but you're also fighting for the belt. So, I mean, those are two specific, amazing things. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about being you're a UFC fighter now. How cool is that?
It's really cool. Like, I was in the other room looking at the posters going, I might be on a poster like that soon.
Seriously?
Writing my own autograph.
You totally will.
You already are.
Yeah,
like they have
for sure.
the one sheet of the fights, and it's you and Ronda. You're the main event.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not just a poster. You're probably going to on a billboard in Anaheim right now. You probably are.
Yeah.
And you probably don't even
You're probably
know it.
driving on the 5, and there's a picture of Liz right there.
That's so cool.
That's amazing. So you're a UFC fighter now. You're going to be fighting for the title. Let's talk about it. Ronda Rousey has this, stigma about her of being the best, and I kind of liken her almost to Mike Tyson now, where people who go in and fight her are already beaten before they even step into the cage with her because she has this hype around her. How do you combat that? How are you going to go in there and just fight your fight?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. There's an awareness that you have to have about the psychology going into the sport. MMA is not just how much have you trained and are you ready for it? It's a mental aspect too. So if you're not prepared mentally, you can be defeated, like you said, before you even step foot in that cage.
We've talked to a ton of fighters, and all of them say it's 90% mental. And the 10% is just the training and the weight cut and all that stuff. But once it's all mental. Like, you got to have the right mental edge when you get in there.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, and that's definitely something I have going for me right now.
So when you hear you get to fight Ronda Rousey, and you know what she's done. She's undefeated. She's defeated all her opponents by armbar, and she's done them all in the first round, and all these things that come with that. Do you go, oh yeah, I think I can take her?
Not even think I know it's going to happen.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
Oh,
I like
stuff.
that. So what, do you immediately go, well, I got to start training armbar defense? Or do you go, you know what, whatever. I mean, I'm going to fight my fight and she can do whatever she wants.
It's a mixture of the two. When she took the belt and she won it, we started training for her right then and right there.
Oh, really? So you knew this was on the horizon?
Didn't know, but we were preparing like it was going to happen.
Right.
Smart.
That's good. I like it. And so that's... She, a lot of people say she's a one-trick pony, but it's a pretty good trick. The fact that she's been able to lock these arm bars on and do it. So that's what she's probably going to be going for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something you're prepared for. But you have to understand that, yes, that may be her fallback, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have other tools in her toolbox.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're preparing for, yes, the armbar, but definitely that anything else can be thrown at us.
We haven't really seen Ronda get into a scrap really yet. I mean, we've seen, kind of the fight immediately go to the ground. I haven't really seen her get punched. Are you planning on punching her?
Absolutely. You know what?
So do you want it to kind of stay on the feet a little bit, or are you going to try and take her down, or what do you think?
I'm happy with anything. If it's standing, great. I'll enjoy punching, kicking, kneeing, elbowing. But if it goes to the ground, everybody knows I have some vicious ground and pound.
Yeah.
And I look forward to using that or even tricking her with my own submission.
Yeah.
I've wondered, what if I armbarred the person who's known for armbars?
That'd be
would be
legit.
awesome. Use the trick on the one-trick pony.
Wow.
That would be killer. Well, this is going to be amazing. Tickets do go on sale tomorrow for the fight. Ticketmaster.com. I'm planning on going. I got to see this because it's a stacked card. Not only are you guys fighting the main event, but Dan Henderson's fighting Lyoto Machida. Uriah Faber's fighting on the card. So this is a big event.
Yeah, it's my look-alike. When we wear hats, Uriah and I look exactly alike.
Oh my gosh. That's really
That's hilarious.
Which is why you will not see me wearing a hat anymore.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
Now, Liz, with Ronda, we kind of heard this buzz about her in the UFC for a little while before it happened. With you, was this like a long process of rumors, or was it just like an overnight phone call and bam, you're in the UFC?
It was an overnight morning phone call.
Shut
Wow.
up. Really?
Not even like, we had our rumors and we hoped that something would fall through like we always do. We're always prepared that somebody else is going to drop the ball and give us a phone call. But we didn't actually think it was going to happen. When it happened, I was trying to drink my coffee. I'm like, I think I had decaf. This is not strong enough. I'm still sleeping. This isn't real.
This is a dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was a morning phone call when I found out.
And who was the phone call from? Was it from Dana or from like somebody in your camp?
It was my manager giving me a heads up to expect a phone call, which didn't mean that it was set in stone. Anything
Right.
could change at that time. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get my hopes into it because if something happens, I would be like, yes, this happened. And then
Yeah.
go, oh yeah, by the way, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then the phone call did around 11 o'clock. It came from Dana White.
And what did you do in those hours in between? Were you just like, I gotta like work out, or were you pacing the room, or what?
Well, I was shopping for new clothes at the time. And so I was, because my wardrobe is just, I guess, unacceptable.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
kind of
you're-
like Skies.
You know, thank you.
Yeah.
Liz, you're going to be doing a lot of press conferences and, lots of different stuff in the media. And so I get it, and
Yeah.
you could take our girl Sky out shopping with you next time.
You're like at Kohl's or something.
Well, at Nordstrom Rack, yeah.
See, Sky, have you ever heard of that?
Well, the rack. You get better deals at the rack.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's new to me too.
Yeah, she said she went in there. She was telling me she went into Nordstrom Rack, and it was like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Do they have clothes for me here?
Right?
That's great, man. Well, I'm glad it's finally happening. And the ladies, if you ever watch them fight, and I have several, different fights, and I watch everything, and they usually steal the show. And so that's the best. You guys deserve to be in the UFC.
It gets
So
crazy.
I'm so happy that
Yeah.
they're doing this, and I'm glad that this is the beginning. Do you think it's going to grow? Do you think they're going to add more, divisions and fighters and things like that?
I absolutely think so. I mean, a while back when they said, hey, do you ever see women being in the UFC? My answer was yes. And so now that it's here, I can say, yeah, I absolutely think that there's going to be 125ers, 115ers. And if you've ever seen the women, you think that's small, you shouldn't be fighting. They are vicious.
Yeah.
That-
Any of the girls in the gym, 125 or 115 will give me more of a run for my money than the other 35 and 45ers.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang.
And everybody had thought that the first fight was going to be Ronda versus Cyborg. And Cyborg, who is in the 145-pound division, says, I can't get down to 135. It's just not happening. If you win the belt, and I know that's, a lot of fighters don't like to hear that. Let's deal it one step at a time, Eddie, here. But let's just throw it out there. Let's say you win the fight or whatever, and they say, Cyborg, what do you think? Is that somebody you would be willing to fight?
Absolutely.
I love this. I love this. Now,
Fearless.
would you have to go up to 45, or would you want her to come down to 35?
I would take the absolute same approach that Rousey took. You come to 35 if that's about you.
Well, you'd be the champion. I
Yeah.
mean, you want to fight me, you got to come fight me in my division.
I'm teeny tiny. I can't be fighting at 145. I thought when I originally was doing Strikeforce, I'm like, you know what? I want to be that person. I want to face Cyborg. I want to take her on. And then I saw her in person. I went, oh, is that big? I'm a fraction of her size.
She's
if I stand behind her, I disappear. There's no way.
Wow.
Yeah, not a wise move.
You're not that tiny. I just felt your bicep.
Oh,
Okay.
did you really?
Okay, you are ripped. Like,
Oh, please.
it is legit.
She could kick all of our asses in this room
Dude,
right now.
she is
And
badass.
that really includes me. No doubt about it.
Definitely.
No doubt about
You're
it.
first to go down.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably.
And what I also found interesting, because I interviewed her for the Ashley After Show, but what I thought was really cool was you were saying that everything you went through in Iraq has prepared you. There's nothing they're going to throw at you in that stinking cage.
Well, yeah, let's talk about it. You're a Marine, and you've served. You've done an amazing job. Which I don't know if you just heard our military Christmas bonus. You guys, in the service don't get paid a lot of money, and there's stuff that comes up like cars breaking down and moving, and kids getting sick and all that stuff. And then when it comes around Christmas time, it's like, oh well. And so that's why we're doing the military Christmas bonus, because we like to give back to our military and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about your service and what you've learned from that.
I took away a lot from the Marine Corps. I mean, I knew going into it that it was just something that I wanted to do 5 years for, but who it made me it made me a stronger person, not just physically but mentally. You go through all that training and you know what to expect when you go to Iraq, and then when you actually experience it and you come out on top, it just builds your confidence. And like I said, it's the psychology. So it mentally makes you that much stronger for every situation.
Nice. Nice. And you live down here now?
I do. I live in San Diego.
Right on. See, so we gotta cheer for Liz.
Of course.
She's our girl. You got our backing now. We're gonna be rooting for you. It's a huge fight Saturday, February 23rd. UFC up in Anaheim at the Honda Center. Tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Wow.
This is a huge card, and history is going to be made as Liz takes on Ronda Rousey for the UFC women. Is it the bantamweight title?
Yeah.
Is that what they're calling it? Okay, the UFC bantamweight title, women's division. It's going to be awesome, man. This is going to be huge. Liz, I'm pulling for you. I think you can do it. I think you just got to punch her in the face. Like, she's never been punched in the face before. We've had Ronda in here. She's a sassy gal.
Oh yeah.
She's something else. But I think you can pull it off. I really do.
Something else I found interesting that she was saying was, I'm like, are you and Rhonda like talking at all? Like, is Rhonda trying to get in your head? But she said Rhonda tweeted her, and what did she tell you?
That she wants to go surfing after the fight.
Oh, is that something you'd be wanting to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you take over that spot and you're the champion, I'm absolutely willing to go surfing.
There it is. Bring the belt with you. That'd be cool.
Now, do you
Show up
guys
at the beach with the belt on.
do you guys do that kind of stuff in the UFC? Like
There is definitely like a respect level. I think once you fight, usually any kind of beefs get squashed.
Okay.
And then there's just a respect level amongst fighters, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I think for the most part, from what I've seen, most people are respectful and they put on a little bit of a drama for the show. But for the most part, people
kind of selling the fight.
Yeah, exactly. But for the most part, people all understand that we're athletes and this is a sport. But I do know that people have those rivalries, and when they mean it, they definitely mean it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So we'll see what happens between you two. It's going to be awesome. I
cannot
can't wait
wait
to see it. UFC up at the Honda Center Saturday, February 23rd. Tickets go on sale tomorrow.
I wanna go.
At Ticketmaster. I'm going to go with you.
Okay, we're going.
Ticketmaster.com. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it is
I'm
worth
there.
the drive up. It's only like,
Absolutely.
an hour and a half? Come on.
Dude,
Forget it.
dude.
We'll be there, Liz. We're going to root you on.
Yes.
We'll have a whole P1 section.
Woo, thank you.
It's going to be awesome. So good luck.
Yes.
And we're pulling for you, Liz. It's going to be awesome. Liz Carmouche, a UFC fighter now.
awesome.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Has anybody...